जय कुंजरी प्यारी अयोध्या माधवा जय कुंजरी प्यारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन व्रज जररञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जररञ्जन यमुनतीरावनचारि यमुनतीरावनचारि जयो राधमाधवा जय कुञ्जरी यारी जयो राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जयो जगन्नाथा जय बालदेवा सुभद्रमयी जय सुदर्शन जयो कृष्ण बलराम जयो कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जयो कृष्ण बलराम जयो गंधर्विष्ण गिरिधारी गंधर्विष्ण गिरिधारी गौरहरि जयो लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जयो अनंत रे लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जयो अनंत रे जयो जय प्रभुपाद 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 जयो जय प्रभुपाद। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततोदयमुदरेण स्तप्राय सुभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिभवन्ति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरे यत्कृत्वा तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुधीरतारणं परमानन्दं माधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं। Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees for Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. I seek blessings from all the devotees so that I can speak Bhagavatam in the parampara for the pleasure of Krishna and the devotee and my own purification. Today we will be reciting second canto, first chapter, the first step in God realization. So you can recite along with me. अन्ते काले तु पुरुषा आगते कथा साधवाशा चिन्तयत् आसङ्गशस्त्रेण स्पृहं देहो नूये चातम् अन्तकाले तु पुरुषा आगते गता साधवाः चिन्तयत् आसङ्ग आश्रयेण स्पृहं देहेनु ये चातम् अन्तकाले तु पुरुषा आगते गता साधवः चिन्तयत् असङ्गशास्त्रेण स्पृशं देहिनो ये चातम्. Word by word meaning. Antekale, at the last stage of life, too, but Purushaha, a person, agate, gate, agate, having arrived, gatas sadavashaha, without any fear of death, chintayat, must cut off, asanga, non-attachment, shastrena, by the weapon of spaham, all desire, dehe, in the matter of material turbulence, anu, pertaining, ye, all that, cha, also, tam, them, Translation purport by His Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. At the last stage of one's life, one should be bold enough not to be afraid of death. But one must cut off all attachment to the material body and everything pertaining to it and all desire thereof. But the foolishness of gross materialism is that people think of making a permanent settlement in this world, although it is a settled fact that one has to give up everything here that has been created by valuable human energy. Great statesmen, scientists, philosophers, etc., who are foolish without any information of the spirit soul, thinking that this life is a few years only, is all in all, and that there is nothing more after death. This poor fund of knowledge, even in the so-called learned circle of the world, is killing the vitality of human energy, and the awful result is being nearly felt. And yet the foolish materialistic men do not care about what is going to happen in the next life. The preliminary instructions in Bhagavad Gita is that one should know that the identity of the individual living entity is not lost even after the end of this present body, which is nothing but an outward dress only. As one changes an old garment, so in the individual living being also changes his body, and this change of body is called death. Death is therefore a process of changing the body at the end of the duration of the present life. An intelligent person must be prepared for this and must try to have the best type of body in the next life. The best type of body is a spiritual body, which is obtained by those who go back to the kingdom of God or enter the realm of Brahman. In the second chapter of this canto, this matter will be broadly discussed, but as far as the change of the body is concerned, one must prepare now for the next life. Foolish people attach more importance to the present temporary life, and thus foolish leaders make appeal to the body and bodily relation. The body relation extends not only to this body but also the family member, wife, children, society, country, and so many other things which end at this end of life. After that, one forgets everything about the present body relation. We have little experience of this at night when we go to sleep. While sleeping, we forget everything about this body and bodily relation. Although this forgetfulness is a temporary situation for only a few hours, death is nothing but sleeping for a few months in order to develop another term of bodily engagement, which we are awarded by the law of nature according to our aspiration. Therefore, one has only to change the aspiration during the course of this present body. And for this, there is need of training in the cultural duration of human life. This training can begin at any stage of life or even a few seconds before death. But the usual procedure is for one to get the training from very early life, from the stage of brahmacharya, and gradually progress to the grihastha, vanaprasada and sannyasa order of life. The institution which gives such a training is called varnashrama dharma, or the system of sanatana dharma. The best procedure for making the human life perfect. One is therefore required to give up the attachment to the family or social or political life just at the age of the 50 years. If not early, and the training in the vanaprasada or sannyasa ashrama is given for the preparation for the next life. The foolish materialist is that in the grab of the leader of the people in general, stick to the family affairs without attaching to cut off the relation with them, and thus they become victim of natural law and get gross bodies again. According to their work, such a foolish leader may have some respect from the people at the end of the life. But that doesn't mean that such leader will be immune to the natural law under which everyone is tightly bound by the hands and feet. The best thing is, therefore, that everyone voluntarily give up the family relation by transforming the attachment from the family, society, country, and every, everything thereof to the devotional service of the Lord. It is stated herein that one should give up all the desires of family attachment. One must have a chance for better desires. Otherwise, there is no chance of giving up such a morbid desires. Desire is the component factor of the living entity. The living entity is eternal, and therefore is desire which are natural for living being are also eternal. One cannot therefore stop desiring, but the subject matter for desires can be changed. So one must develop the desire for returning home back to Godhead, and automatically the desire for material gain, material honor, material popularity will diminish in proportion to the development of the devotional service. A living being is meant for service activities, and his desires are centered around such a service attitude. Beginning from the top executive head of the state down to the insignificant pauper in the street, all are rendering some sort of service to others. The perfection of such a service attitude is only attained simply by transferring the desire of service from matter to spirit or from the Saturn to God. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्वापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा माय तदाम्बिषं पदाख्यं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीवतापदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सागररघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादा सागना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विषपांसुदेवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रेम वंशकल्पतरुपिता कृपा सिंधेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवाचार्य गौतम। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो पंकजनाभाय नमो पंकजमालिने नमो पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे। हरे कृष्णा। Welcome once again for Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. Today we will be reciting on the second canto, first chapter, 15th sloka. It's very, very important. So first second canto 1 to 15 chapters are so important. Sukadeva Goswami given the entire summary of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So Sukadeva Goswami answers the questions of Parishit Maharaj. At the end of the first canto, Parishit Maharaj asks two questions. What is the duty of the person who is living and what he should not do? And the second question is, what is the duty of the person who is about to leave the body? So for that, both the questions, Buddha Goswami says that he has answered it. In this sloka, Sukadeva Goswami says the spiritual person should not be fearful at the time of death. This is very important. So Prabhupada also elaborates so much in the information of Krishna conscious. In the purport said that we should not fear at the time of death. Similarly, the yogi who practices and he perfects his life. The emotional which rules the world is fear. For a devotee to understand, the emotion which rules the world is a fear. All industries are working because of the fear. So industrial revolution happened all because of this. So agricultural industries working on fear of hunger. Garment industry working on fear of shortage of cloth. Medical industry working on the fear of disease. Cosmetic industry working on fear of old age. So everything in this world working on the because of fear. Of course, healthy fear is required for working, but the fear goes out of control, then anxiety and pressure increases. So Chaitanya Charan Prabhu, he gives a definition for the fear. F-E-A-R. Fear means fear, forget everything and run is one definition. The other definition is say that face everything and rise. So it's very nice quote for devotee to understand. One is fear, forget everything and run away. When you have fear, that's what people do. The other one is we tell the devotees, face everything and rise. These are the two things we can do. Most of the time we trap in the first meaning of it. That is, we forget. When we face the danger, we can't do anything. We simply run away. So this happens that recently the very popular rich people also, they attempted and also they committed suicide because they are unable to see the world. The fear is dominated. So either they run away or kill themselves. So this is because of the fear. There are 10 things people are fearful of. Let's understand what are the things which we get fear. People who want to enjoy the body, fear of disease. So generally people see that. If you see that there's so many gyms and yoga centers are increasing because people want to keep the body to enjoy, but they are fear of the disease. Person who has a high birth, fear of getting austerities from the family. Person who are rich, fear of thieves. So because thief can come anytime and steal all his property. Person who is most respectful in the society, he is fear of the insult. Person who is strong, fear of the strong person who is stronger than him. Person who is beautiful, fear of old age. Person who is knowledgeable, then he is fearful of person who is more knowledgeable than him. Person who is a good quality, fearful of the person who are bad quality. So in this society, so many fears are there. People think of whatever the good, they will think the other side bad, fear of the other side of the bad. There is one thing we can make us fearless. It's a message for the devotees that what will make us fearless? When you are detached with a possessiveness mentality, generally we have the possessiveness. This is my body, this is my house, this is my wife, this is my children, this is my bike, this is my car. So we have the possessiveness. When you give up the possessiveness, then we will not get the fear. Three emotional things arises. Before we hanker, okay, after getting it, we have a fear that we will lose it. Once we lose, again we will start lamenting for that. The three emotions are there in all the stages of our life. Right from the childhood to the death, we have the fear. We go on hankering, we get something and we lose it. So when we lose, we will start lamenting for that. This struggle is there for all species also. Be it a dog, cat, anything, they have the fear that they pass through that. They get something, they lose something and they worry for that. In every species of life, everyone endeavor for sense gratification. Whether it's a dog, yesterday we were discussed about various kind of animals which are sense gratification because of the one single sense they get trapped and they die. Like deer, elephant, insects, bumblebee and fish. So they are gone trapped with a single sense and they lose their life. So in every species of life, everyone endeavor for sense gratification. Because of the sense gratification, they lose their life. Try to get something, sometimes they get, sometimes they will not get it. Example, a street dog sometimes gets the food, but when it goes to some other place, it gets beaten up by the people. So similarly, the living entity also, sometimes they get a higher species life and enjoy a wonderful sense gratification. And sometimes they go to lower species of life, they get chastised and thoroughly beaten up. So this is what is this world all about. So the cause of fear. So what is the cause of fear is? Srimad Bhagavatam describes that anything separated from Krishna, if you separate anything from Krishna, we started thinking that this is mine, this is not mine. That creates fear. So we differentiate it. So we have the possessiveness, this is mine, that is his. So, but everything belongs to Krishna only. So because we don't think that, when we forget that everything in this world is owned by Krishna, we have been, and he has given as a quota for us. Okay, this much property, this much of knowledge, everything for you. That quota is given. We think that this is mine. No, that is a wrong understanding. Anything which is there with us, okay, it is under our care. So whatever Krishna given us, that we should take care of it. Like our children, our wife, our house, everything we should take care of it. It is Krishna's property, God given to us. All our skills, all our capabilities, all our wealth, prestige, position, it's all His mercy. So we should take care of it. It is given by the Lord so that we can serve Him better. So it's all why He has given us, so that we can serve better. Like an expert cook, if you give nice vegetable provision to him, he'll cook a beautiful prasadam for Lord Krishna. The same cook, if you don't give any ingredient, then what he will do? He can't do. He just give on water and tulsi to the Lord. So that's why Lord gives all the facilities, all the provision for us, like intelligence, capabilities, wealth, properties, family, prestige, everything He gives, so that using that we have to serve the Lord in a better way. If you utilize everything for our own self, for sense gratification, like politician, he wants the position, I want to be chief minister, I want to be the councillor, I want to be the prime minister. So all for his sense gratification, then we start getting fearful. So Srimad Bhagavatam beautifully described that. When we start Krishna conscious seriously and understand, when we start understanding everything belongs to Krishna and I am supposed to be the servant of the Lord. That is the Srimad Bhagavatam teaches us. We are just a servant of Lord. Everything belongs to Krishna. The lust, anger, fear, all the three emotions which arises in any conditions of our life, that comes any time. The lust, anger, fear. Even the child will have the fear. Child will have the anger. You can see very well. Even the old man, they also get anger. Recently, I happened to talk to one of the businessman. He was telling that there is a lady working in their printing press. Recently, she suicided. We asked her what is the reason. She said that her mother-in-law, whose age of 94, she shouted. When they are young age, they both fought like a hand to hand. they tolerated. When the old ladies, at the age of 94, she shouted on the daughter-in-law for some reason. The daughter-in-law got upset and she suicided. So the anger comes whether you are in the baby age or in the deathbed. So all the lust, anger, fear, all the emotions which arises in any conditions of our life. So whatever stage we are, this comes out. They can destroy it. That can be destroyed. How? They, they will not be again. They will not arise again. How is it possible when we take the shelter of the wonderful process of Krishna consciousness? If we see the people who are in Krishna consciousness, they don't have lust, they don't have anger, they don't have fear. They are very happy every day. You can see them in their face. The spiritual life begins with hearing about glories of the Lord. That's how it began. The devotee never be fearful. If you say, Prabhu, you lost a mobile, are you not lamenting for that? No, Prabhu, Krishna has taken the Maya from me. I am very happy now. So this is what the devotee's mood. So Sri Prabhupada was saying that Kunti Maharaji, there's one, his disciple Kunti Mataji was there. She was staying in a new Vrindavan in extreme condition. She was doing a very austerity, leading a very ascetic life of cold. In that situation also, she will ask the visitor that, can I help you out in a humble state? She said that, can I wash your clothes? In a very, she does a lot of menial services like that. In that way, she is leading her life. When she become old and there's time, she was diagnosed for a cancer. It is very painful. No one will be happy if they are attacked by cancer. What to talk about cancer? When you have small cold, cough or fever, then we start blaming the Lord. Why are all the wrong things happen to me? I am doing a nice service to you. We don't do anything. So we blame the Lord that why I am suffering because of fever. Simple thing also we blame the Lord. She was full of bliss and she was very happy. In spite of she is affected by cancer. She is praising the Lord, greeting the Lord. Seeing her, many devotees came and gave their console to her. After talking to her, they got more confident on the process of Krishna consciousness. By that, many devotees become turned into Krishna consciousness by talking to her. This news is spread to the reporter. He came and he was witnessing that, yes, the old lady is affected by cancer, but she is so happy. And she is so much confident on the process of Krishna consciousness. When the Krishna is with the devotee, then there is no fear at all. Even in the midst of all the difficulties. So whatever disease are doing, if you are Krishna is with you, then the devotee will not have any fear. This is an example for us. In the 10th canto, Kamsas come to know that Vishnu is going to appear in the womb of Devaki. So he put in the parampara of Yadu's family. He put Devaki and Vasudeva in the prison. Ananta entered the womb of Devaki to cleanse. Sukadeva Goswami says, the Lord give fearlessness to the devotee. So even though Kamsa was torturing, Devaki and Vasudeva, they are fearless. The Lord entered in the mind of the Vasudeva and entered in the mind of Devaki. When one one is in touch with the Lord, Lord gives fearless. So because they are connected to Lord, so they don't have any fear of Kamsa that he is going to kill their newborn baby. So already he killed 6 children, so they don't have any fear that because they are connected to Lord. Another example is Janava Mataji's brother, we know that is Lilambrata. He approached Sri Prabhupada in a challenging mood. He said that he was asking, what is the love of God you are feeling? What is the love of God? He is asking that. What's your feeling? Then Sri Prabhupada, you are asking that, what is the love of God feeling? Yes, I am not afraid of anything. He is boldly saying that I am not afraid of anything because love of God is with me. That result of getting love of Godhead, getting connected to Krishna, this is what. If one is connected with Krishna, once he getting the love of Godhead, he doesn't have to fear of anything in this world. Lord has taken away. Why? Because Lord has taken a vow that he will protect the devotees and he will give fearless to the devotees. In the sixth canto, Yamaraja tells to Yamadutas that Ajamala story. He says that never go near the devotees. They are very dangerous to you. This time you have been spared from the you have been spared and you came safely back. But next time if you go, you will be beaten by the Vishnu Dutas. So Yamaraja is assuring that don't go near the devotees. These devotees are always around the Vishnu, who is having Gada in his hand and always protecting them. The devotees are glorifying the These devotees are glorifying These devotees are glorified the Devatas also and Siddhas. So all the heavenly planet people, they glorify the devotees because these devotees are sadhus, means they look at everything equally, equipoise. They are surrendered to the Lord Vishnu. The result is Lord comes with Gada and protect the devotees. Because the devotees are surrendered to Lord, Lord protecting them. Ultimately, when Krishna entered the womb of Devaki, Kamsa realized the Lord Vishnu must have entered because she is looking very affligent. Before till then, he is not seen any difference of Devaki. When the Lord entered, full tejas, she was affligent looks. He understood that. He saw her because that Kamsa become Krishna conscious. Whenever he is eating, when he was sleeping, when he is going out, he was always remembering of Krishna only. But it is not in favor of Krishna. He is thinking in the terms of enemy. When Krishna appears, all devatas were offering the prayers. Oh my Lord, the impersonating and they fall down. Devotees also may fall down sometimes from their path. Because they are attached to your lotus feet, therefore they become fearless. Very soon they will come back to the right path. So, impersonators also fall down, devotees also fall down. The advantage of devotee is because they take a center of the Lord, they are able to come back to the right path. They will come back to the devotion. This is the assurance for the devotees, the message for the devotees. Because they are. Another example is that a wealthy person, okay, he engaged lot of security guards to protect his wealth. When the securities are properly taken care of their duty, they perform their duty, then the rich man become fearless and he can have peaceful sleep. Similarly, in our path of Krishna consciousness, if we want to be fearless, we have to understand the power of devotional service. Okay, how powerful the bhakti is. The strongest security which we can have is a Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada also says that don't leave ISKCON, whatever the situation may be. Because as long as you are in the association of devotees, you will be fearless. Even if you fall down, you can come back. So this assurance Prabhupada gives. So Nectar of Instruction, Sri Prabhupada writes, there is a section called confidence. Six things devotees contemplate on fearless in the path of Krishna consciousness. So we should meditate on 6 things, what Prabhupada says. Devotional service is perfection. Devotional service is perfection. Okay. First P. It awards the highest perfection for any living entity. You become very perfect. That is the faith that and confidence any devotee should have. So as a devotee we should have that. One day we will be perfect. No matter today you are unable to chant, today you are unable to read, today you are unable to do any sevas, don't fear that. The day will come, you will become perfect. That perfection will come. When Sri Prabhupada went to US, an Indian met him, Sri Prabhupada, and that time Sri Prabhupada didn't even started any organization, any movement. The Indian asked Sri Prabhupada, you have come here for preaching? Sri Prabhupada said, yes, I came here for preaching. I have many disciples. I have many temples around the world. I have famous Hare Krishna Mahamantra Kirtan and worldwide, records are in worldwide. Our magazines are selling thousands all over the world. None of these things are happened at that time. But Sri Prabhupada says it is just a matter of time. He is visionary person. That was the confidence of the Sri Prabhupada. So we should also have to have the confidence. This process will take us to the highest level. When none of these things were happened, Sri Prabhupada had a vision. Amazingly, a famous singer's song are on the record. That's how he could see what is happening and future what is going to happen. This is the perfection of the devotee gets. So he gets Krishna gives the intelligence and he gives a perfection to the devotee. He could visualize that. What will be the future? Second point. Bhakti awards all protection. Second P, protection. When you do the devotion, you will be protected. Ananta Manjari Mataji, example, she recollects that one Kartik Prabhu's mother was in deathbed. She asked, many times she challenges that where is Krishna? Is Krishna's God? Somehow or other, she was going on challenging and arguing with the devotees. Where is Krishna? Is he here? And by talking like that only, she died. When it was told to Srila Prabhupada, then Prabhupada recollected that. It is given in the Bhagavad Gita that she went to the Krishna Lok. It is that Anta Kales Smaran Devam. That sloka also given in Srimad Bhagavatam. Ante Narayana Smriti. So when you remember the Narayana name, whatever the form, then you will assure that you will go back to Godhead. So anyhow, you are connected to Krishna, that gives the confidence. This is called the protection. So whatever situation you may be here in this material world, but when you connected to Krishna, you are being protected. You are taken back. All Brajavas, another example, all Brajavasis, they go any, they go through any danger. They always remember one statement Gargamuni told them. When Gargamuni came to Vrindavan, Vrindavan and for the naming ceremony of Krishna, he predicted his horoscope saying that this son of yours will help you to cross all the obstacles in your life. He will protect you. In any situation, he will help you. So this is the assurance the Gargamuni gave. By hearing that, all the Brajavasis, well, even though Krishna was very small, if any problem, they will come to him only. The famous Leela we can recollect is Agasur, a big snake. When the Gopas saw it and they were thinking in their mind, someone might have put an amusement park for us to play. They were thinking that way. What is this creature? What is going on here? Is a creature going to swallow us? When Bakasura, that crane, Bakasura was killed, similarly, if these creatures are also thinking that way, this also will be killed. That is the faith of the Gopas. These Gopas had in them, when they are looking the beautiful face of Krishna, happily clapping and clapping the hands and laughingly enter the mouth of Agasura. Here, Sukadeva Goswami said, Bakari means enemy of Bakasura. Srila Prabhupada writes, because they had full faith with Krishna, they had experienced that he had saved from Bakasura, Asura, earlier. In our life also, we have to contemplate and think of where all Krishna has protected us. That gives a confidence, that gives a satisfaction. So I also can recollect one of my early days when we were in, went to Mandya. There was some gundas planned to attack her, and in our car there's a senior devotee was there. So we were all chanting Narsimha slokas, and somehow they all left. After some time we came to know that the local politician called back all these gundas. So this incident made me so much confident that when any difficult time comes, sure that Krishna will protect us. So this gives us satisfaction in me also. Chaitanya Charan Prabhu was saying that we become dissatisfied not when we see what we don't have, but we disappointed what we have. Another way you can say that when a person becomes dissatisfied, not when he doesn't have and don't see what he has. Example is, when you lose a mobile, then you will not do any other work except searching for that mobile. This is what the dissatisfaction you can understand. We have a wonderful process of Krishna consciousness. We have seen many people, devotees who have been saved and protected. But our nature of mind is that always looking the negativity of the things, everything. See what Gopas go through. They are very happy. They have confidence on Krishna will protect. On the other side, what Krishna is going through it. Krishna is getting anxious. He is anxious. He was thinking in his mind, these boys could have asked me before entering to the mouth of Agasura. Krishna gives fearless to the people. When he sees Gopas entering the mouth of Agasura, he thinks that it gone out of my hand. So Krishna's getting anxious. Another pastime we can recollect is the Govardhan Leela. All the devotees remember Krishna when the tornado and rain was hitting and the whole city was flooding. Everybody went to the Krishna, not to blame him that to stop the Indra Puja, but actually everybody went to him to take shelter of him. Sukadeva Goswami says that, what was the thought of the Krishna? So when Leela was going on, what Krishna was thinking? All he sees that the cows, Gopas, Gopis, suffering. They are all my people. So he is thinking that, by seeing them, he is thinking that they are all my people. They have taken my shelter. They are my family members. They are considering me as their master. So with all my energy I should protect them. Why he is protecting? Because Krishna says, I have taken a vow to protect my devotees. So Krishna has already taken a vow, so that's why he is protecting. We become fearful because we have forgotten that Krishna will has so much of anxious to protect devotee like us. So that we have forgotten, that's why we are fearful. This is how we have to remember in all circumstances that Krishna is there. So when you are difficult time, we should think of the Krishna. I recollect that there was when Mataji was driving in a narrow street and there was a choking of traffic. She went in a car and opposite, because of choking, she took a wrong direction, thinking that the police asked him to take the other side of the road. But after some distance, she realized that it is the people who jumped the wrong side than the cop. But it was elevating it uphill of the road, and the opposite side there is a two-wheeler person came with a family, and they lost the balance. They hit on the car and fell down. At that moment, she couldn't recollect anybody. She was going on chanting in Narsimha Sloka. Because she knows that except Narsimha, nobody else can do that. She is very well aware of that. The mistake is her only. And the whole crowd gathered and they were all blaming her. And that person came in two-wheeler also made a big scene, that asking her to come to the police station. And with all that Lord's protection, the two-wheeler people didn't got any hurt. The family didn't get any hurt and they were being protected. And she also didn't get, there is a small dent in the car, other than that nothing has happened. So after that the cop came and pacified and they sent them everybody. She gave some Lakshmi for them for the first aid. So this is how that when difficult time comes, she didn't thought of calling her husband or calling her friends, calling anybody. Spontaneously she was thinking of Lord Narsingha and started chanting his name. So this is how the pure devotees, elevated devotees, they will do. So whenever there is a difficulties, instead of calling them, it is better to call the Lord. So there is assurance that Lord will protect. The third point is devotees. The devotional gives a profit. The third P is a profit. So Prabhupada writes in Bhakti is so pure and perfect, one is forcibly dragged into protection. So, example is we can say that recently there's a cartoon circulated that where Krishna is dragging the devotee and the devotee saying that please leave me alone, and the Krishna is saying that it is you only started the process and you only started and you can't leave me. The forcibly you have been protected and you have been perfected and you are getting profit out of it. So entering into Krishna consciousness is in your hand, but living is not in your hand. Krishna is taking care. That's what is that. Once you touch the Krishna, even you run away, Krishna will make sure that you comes back to him. That is the profit of entering to Krishna consciousness. The result of bhakti is unimaginable. Example is Narada Muni, when he meets the Uttarapath, he is the father of King Durva. So when Durva was missing, then Uttarapath was lamenting and he was crying to Narada Muni saying that it is all my mistake. He left the house. He was going on telling the past what had happened. But Narada Muni counseled him, O king, don't be fear of your child. He is been protected by the Supreme Lord, Narayana. O king, he has done a most difficult task in the entire creation. He has done a very great task he has done. You know what is that? He pleased the Lord Vishnu. It's unimaginable. He was taken 6 weeks vrata. First week he stopped eating and dry leaf, then he stopped drinking, then he stopped breathing. So one by one he started giving up. So to please the Lord Vishnu. So he has done such a thing that he attracted the Lord. It's unimaginable. People in this world, when we take the spiritual life, so-called pious life, we expect material benefit. Even among devotees also there that after entering the Krishna consciousness also they were thinking of that. Where I put my money into stock market, investment, land, gold, properties. So they go on multiplying it. So their desire, because I am Krishna, Krishna will protect my wealth also. Yes, he is protecting, but the desire is that they were looking at a material benefits only. One Harisuri Prabhu was there. So he is a personal secretary of Srila Prabhupada. He used to guard that when they go for Kumbh Mela and all, in the tent. So those days, people will, whenever they see the sadhu, they'll ask for the blessing. So in India, that was a custom. So the Prabhupada said that the sadhus are the Asirvad Maharaj. Tathastu, they is going on blessing the people. They are Asirvad Maharaj. No transformations of knowledge, they will not give that. No information, they will not speak. No spiritual discussion, they will not talk about Krishna. That type of the sadhus they are. Once it happened that a few people standing outside the tent of Prabhupada, when Hariswara Prabhu went out for some urgent work, these people sneak inside the tent and they paid obeisance to Prabhupada and they are asking Prabhupada, please bless us. Then Prabhupada asked, what can I do for you? So they are also confused what to ask. Among the people, one person says, Prabhupada, I have a deep hate, and everybody jumped on it. And he is going on asking, Prabhupada, please bless even my family also. So Prabhupada showed there was a devotee sitting next to him, head shaven, dhoti kurta, they were sitting. Okay, he said that this is what will happen if I bless. Okay, you want these blessings from me? After seeing this brahmacharis, they quietly said, sorry Prabhupada, we will come next time. So they don't want to give up this material appliances. They are meeting the sadhus to anchor for the more material appliances. So Krishna consciousness can give wonderful benediction of pleasing the Lord. If you are in Krishna conscious, it's a beautiful. Uh, it trains you to benediction. It gives a benediction to you that you can please the Lord. Getting connected to the Lord, it's very easy, but still people ask for the material benefits only. There was a long time back we had in the Bhakti Vriksha. There is a story. An old lady was working in a jungle, collecting all the wood logs. So she was carrying in her head, it's too heavy. She was going on calling Krishna, 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 and she is walking. So Krishna here heard that, okay, somebody is calling. Krishna came as a small boy in front of her. That time, that wood log has fell down, and she is struggling to again to lift. So when Krishna appeared there, Krishna asked that, you called me, any help? Yes. She told that, yes, Krishna, please help me to lift this wood log to keep it on my head. So Krishna could have given her Vaikunta. She can go back to Vaikunta, back to Godhead. But because of her karma, she is asked that to again to put the wood log on her head, suffering. So this is what the example. We also as a devotee, when if Krishna going to appear in front of us, we won't value the Krishna, we'll ask at all the material benediction. So this is a transformation, we have to utilize it. The holy name is so powerful, it liberates anyone. Even a neophyte devotee also it can liberate. So Prabhupada writes in the purport, even at the time of death, okay, few minutes the process is going to start, that she is going to leave the body. Still people not ready to take up Krishna consciousness. They don't want to tell name of the Lord. Few days back, a couple of class also we told that at the time of death, the grandchildren were telling that grandfather or grandmother to chant, but they are unable to chant the holy name. This is what the fate of us. In 12th canto also, by chanting the holy name of the Lord, a person about to die, he is very disturbed. In that situation also, if you take the name of the Lord, he is free from the chain of karma. At the time of death, if you chant the name of the holy name, you will be free from the chain of the karma. He attained the highest destination. What is assurance Krishna given for the devotees? In Kali Yuga, people are so fearful, still they don't take up Krishna consciousness. It is such a wonderful process. Kali Yuga people will not take up the Krishna consciousness, which will give them fearlessness. So this is the fate. The fourth point Prabhupada says is, the spiritual practice, Krishna consciousness is all powerful. The fourth P is powerful. It can purify us on all our anarthas. So if we chant the holy name, it purifies our charatas. Generally we tell in the Bhakti Vriksha classes that we may accumulated Meru mountain level of anarthas on the back of our shoulder. We are unable to see. But when we chant the holy name, that Meru mountain amount of karmas, anarthas will start reducing to mustard seed. We don't have to be fearful of all our karmas. Generally people say that. We should be fearful of forgetting the Krishna. So the senior devotees, Maharaj level and all, they say that they are fearful of forgetting the Krishna. That is the fear they have. They don't have fear of what anarthas or karmas about. They'll all ask that I should always remember Krishna, I never forgot Krishna. That is the benediction people ask. Many times concern about we are concerned about our anarthas. I have so much of anarthas. My anarthas are very big. When we go and pray in front of Krishna, most of our prayer to Krishna is, please purify my anarthas. Please give me date for chanting. So we are unable to chant, we will ask them, please give strength to chant. It should be other way around. Most of our prayers should be of positive thinking, asking for hearing and chanting the holy name. Then of course, we have to ask the purification of our material desire. We should ask for purification of our material desire. We should not anchor for the material desire. That's how the bhakti is all powerful. So it fulfills us. The fifth P is that class like call karta. End பண்ணு 63 636430 Krishna consciousness is productive. It is a productive. The fifth P is productive. It creates wonderful quality equal to devatas. So it gives invite that wonderful qualities equal to devatas. One of the qualities a devotee develops is humility. Naturally we will turn into humility. Once the obelisk Kapoor, before going to US, he was asking the Prabhupada, what is the secret of your success in preaching? None of us could able to do that. Nobody, before Prabhupada went from the Gaudiya Math also, nobody is able to do that successful of preaching. They are unable to open the centers. But Sri Prabhupada opened 108 centers all around the world. What is the secret? Then Prabhupada told that, I will tell you when I come back from the US. The most important quality a devotee develops is the humbleness, humble like a blade of grass. So they develop the quality. It is not easy. It takes lifetime. The humbleness is not that easy. It takes lifetime to cultivate the humbleness. By practice of Krishna consciousness, gradually and naturally it develops. By constantly we practice, we gradually develop that humbleness. We don't have to force it. It comes naturally. If it is not there, if you are not a humble person, then there is a problem in our Krishna conscious practice. So we are not doing it properly. So we have to focus on improving our Krishna consciousness. Bhakti is pure. It purifies all our contamination. Earlier class also we told. It removes all six anarthas if we do bhakti from our heart. Srila Prabhupada shows in his personal life, he also demonstrated how one can become a fearless. He was a 70 years old man, went in a cargo ship, nobody is there to support him. He had two heart attacks, but he had a full faith with the holy name and Krishna. That's how he is able to do it. The fearlessness, Srila Prabhupada himself practiced it. He shown to us. If we apply the principle of Krishna consciousness in our life, we can become a fearless. So, if we practice Krishna consciousness properly and practice in our life, we can be a fearless person. One must cut off all the attachment of material body, everything pertain to it, and all desires thereof. So first we have to cut off all the things, detachment. That is a wonderful process of Krishna consciousness. This is the wonderful process. We continue doing it, for sure we will achieve the perfection. So if you do properly, then we can achieve it. Perfection. That the faith of the devotee should have. That's why we should remember. Discussing the pastime of Krishna and the pastime of the devotees. Because Srimad Bhagavatam is full of the Vaishnavas Katha, gives us hope and fearless. They come up with wonderful glories. That's why Vaishnava Kathas and Krishna Kathas are both are powerful. Maitreya Muni says in the Srimad Bhagavatam that a person wants to hear from the spiritual master, he does great endeavor to hear. If he is taking great endeavor to hear from the spiritual master, what he should hear? He should hear the quality of the devotee of the Lord. What's so special about the devotees? Because they carry the Krishna in their heart. Thanks for hearing patiently. Gantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna. So we covered up on today's sloka the fearless, how we can overcome the fearless.